Hello, I am Lars Olsen, Managing Partner with OlsenDaines Law Firm. I have been a federal bankruptcy attorney since 1991. A large part of our practice is representing debtors in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. A Chapter 13 bankruptcy is a voluntary reorganizational bankruptcy where a debtor makes payments to the federal court trustee for a period of 3 to 5 years. Often we are asked, how is a Chapter 13 plan calculated? How is it formulated? How are the payments are set? It's complicated, but I would like to discuss with you 3 different ways a Chapter 13 plan is drafted and put together. The first of these is we look at your projected disposable income. To do this, we need your pay stubs for the last 7 months, and we also need to talk about any future or anticipated changes to your income. The court looks at your income to figure out how much you need to live off of to pay your normal, reasonable monthly debt obligations, and then if there is money left over, they want to see you pay that back to the creditors that you're including in your bankruptcy. Again, they don't want you to live on a very tight budget, eating macaroni and cheese every night and having to shop for clothes at Goodwill, but they also don't want you having so much money in your budget that you're going out to eat 6 or 7 nights a week and getting 4 or 5 coffees every day. They want it to be fair and reasonable. The second way a Chapter 13 plan is calculated is how much you have to pay back to your creditors to protect your assets that you currently have. Sometimes people have assets. It could be a car, a boat, equity in their home, or other property, where in order to retain that property in bankruptcy, you have to pay back a certain amount of the value of that equity towards your creditors. This is what we call the best interest test. And it can get more complicated than that, but we want to make sure that your creditors are allowed to receive all of the money that they're entitled to if that property were to be liquidated or sold. Fortunately, in Chapter 13, you don't liquidate or sell your property. You're able to keep your home, your vehicles, your boats, campers. You get the point. The third way is looking at what has to get paid back. Typically, in a Chapter 13, people are paying back part of their debt. If somebody owes $18,000 in income taxes and we pay that back over 60 months, that would be a monthly payment of $300 a month to pay back the taxes over a 5-year period of time. If somebody is behind $12,000 on their house payments and the home's starting to go into foreclosure, we can save the home by filing a Chapter 13. We can take the $12,000 that people are behind on their mortgage and pay that back at $200 a month over 60 months without interest. Or people may want to go ahead and pay it back sooner. A lot of the questions depend upon your income, your household size, and your budgets. But Chapter 13 is a great tool to catch up on missed mortgage payments, to catch up on back taxes or back child support or alimony that's owed. If you're behind on your car payments, Chapter 13 also allows you to keep property even when you have significant equity in your assets. This morning I talked to a debtor whose home was worth about $400,000. They owed about $200,000 on it, so they had substantial equity in the home, but we're going to be able to protect them in a Chapter 13. They have about $50,000 worth of debts that we're going to be able to pay back over 5 years, structure their plan so they don't have to worry about garnishments, foreclosures, wage attachments, bank attachments. They were very relieved when I got done talking to them. Again, at OlsenDaines, we always provide free consultations in office or over the phone. So feel free to call, set up a phone appointment with us, and we can talk about your unique situation and make sure all of your questions are answered. Again, this is Lars Olsen with OlsenDaines Law Firm. Thank you and have a great day.